ones getting that residual. Does that make sense? I think it does. I've got you on mute, so I can't hear your comments, but I hope that answered your question.
Okay. Just before another question comes in, I see that you're asking question about a restaurant or food, bars, environment. This specific stand that we are also bundling with the system, as you can see, you can use here this with an iPad, but also the keyboard, it is a plastic membrane, which you can spill water or anything, coffee, and it will work because it avoids, of course, damage to the actual keyboard. And it's Bluetooth, so although you see both things together here, you can even take out the iPad from there and continue using the keyboard remotely. So this is part of the things that has been put around the system so it can work in different environments. Okay?
Beautiful. I've got a question here from Charlie. Will the reps be supplied demo models? I can unequivocally tell you I don't think so, although, and the reason being is because of the supply and demand. We're working out and have worked out most of the logistics and are in the process of working out the rest of the logistics regarding supply. But the thing about Apple, Joel mentioned about Apple having to approve everything and anything to do with marketing these products. Apple has a certain cachet. They've got a loyal following almost to the point of it being a cult. They provide cutting-edge technology. It's typically the best in its class, world class, and the product, like the iPad 2, I'll give you for instance. I went here this last Friday, and Friday the 13th, I went to the local mall. I was speaking with Joel. I went and bought a Zagnate. I went and bought an Apple TV device, which, as it turns out, we don't really even need because Joel's figured out a way to provide a message delivery and entertainment right through this system itself, which provides even so much more value. It's incredible. Excuse me. But I was in the process of making this stuff work and developing it. It just, we've got this device, we've got the speakers, we've got, you've got Apple. I was saying I went Friday the 13th. The mall was completely full. I said to myself, is there a holiday? This looks like the Christmas season. And I went to Verizon and AT&T. Nobody had the iPad 2 with the AT&T, the built-in Wi-Fi. I went to Best Buy. They had a couple Verizon units, but they were all out of the iPad 2s with AT&T. To make a long story short, Target was out. Walmart was out. Everybody's out of this iPad 2. I went online, and finally I ordered one, and it'll be here with the accessories will be here today or tomorrow, and the iPad 2 itself will be here in the next few days. It takes about a week or so. But Apple being they have sold every iPad 2 they were able to make. In fact, according to their website, they're like a week to 2 weeks behind in supply. So the long and the short of it, there's a huge demand. You can't even get them out there. So what we've got has a lot of sizzle. You're going to be pitching it like, you know, it's going to take a week or two to even get it into your place to acquire the proper equipment for your particular order. And we'll have it so, you know, you'll have it within a few days to a week. But I'm just talking to you about the presentation and the availability. This is all part of the picture that you want to paint. You want to capitalize on Apple's cachet. You want to capitalize on the fact that it's the best, that it's quality. And you want to capitalize on technology. In other words, take advantage of this supply and demand factor and use it to build value. That's what I'm saying. Joel, go ahead and share with them a few of the peripherals that we've developed, if you don't mind.
Yes, I was just what you saw, what you said is this is the media center, which it is composed of this very nice a media center in the back, as you can see. It has a standard where you can that the iPad or the iPod Touch or the iPhone stands, but it's essentially Bluetooth and battery operated. So that's why you don't see any cables around it, because it's totally wireless, totally, here you go. Here's the thing. So it is just as a block, and that's it. It is totally wireless, totally battery operated, Bluetooth, and you just connect the iPad or iPod Touch on it, and also you can hook up that to a monitor, as you can see here in the back end. Of course, this is an Apple monitor because this device has an output for the monitor, and then you can see, of course, the videos or pictures of the products here bigger on the back end monitor. So this is another piece of equipment that is going to be bundled, as Rick is saying, and also list.
Very good. I was going to just share briefly. I wonder if I can show my screen. No, I'd have to change presenters, and we're not ready to do that. But you're showing basically what I wanted to show, and that was the entertainment center. We've got a few different packages that Wanda will be going over with you on another call at another time that we've developed, from the iPad and the sled itself. Do you have a picture of the sled there that you can show, Joel? The peripheral vision?
Yes. Yes. Let me look for that very quickly. Give me a second here. I will go offline for a second.
Okay, I'd appreciate that. I want to show these ladies and gentlemen that unit, because it is so cool. This is where you got the infrared. You've got an iPod Touch. You pop off the top of this sled, put your iPod in there, pop the sled right back on, and you're ready to rock and roll. You can go line busting or anywhere and process a credit card transaction. You can scan the product code, the barcode, and it does everything that Joel just showed you in the beat of a heart. And then you swipe the credit card, print the receipt, or email the receipt, or simultaneously do both, and boom, they're out of there and you're on to the next one. This is the retail of the future. In my opinion, and a lot of others' opinion, you're going to see some variation of this in one form or another henceforth. The future is mobile. We're seeing a lot of these wallets. You're going to see a credit card, say you have 4 or 5 credit cards, all on your cell phone. With all that information at your hand, all you do is push a button. And you can either hold it with near-field technology and just pass it in front of a reader and the transaction will process, or you can make it a little bit different where you'll swipe it or you'll enter it by hand and process the transaction instantaneously. All without having plastic cards at all. No magnetic strips, no smart chips, no plastic card whatsoever. All the information will be contained in your phone, and that is an e-wallet. And that's what's next. And that's why we're so excited, because we're a part of this technology and bringing it into and making it applicable for today. With that being said, I'll kick it to you to finish up there, Joel, and we'll see if we got any more questions.
Perfect. I'm going up in just a few seconds now.
Oh, and Charlie, to answer your question as far as to be a little clearer on whether the reps will be supplied demo models, I don't think so. I'd like to offer an iPad as a bonus, if it's okay with Wanda, to the first rep, the first one of you that sells 5 deals. You guys will win yourselves an iPad too, if that's okay with Wanda. I don't hear any objections, so I guess it's
Yes.
okay.
Okay. Give me.
No, I said it's fine. It's fine by me.
Okay, good.
Can you hear
I
me?
didn't hear, no, now I can. Now I can. I didn't hear you before. So that being, since I got the okay, I'll go ahead and tell you, all of you, any of you on the phone here, the first one of you, or if you do it in the same day, you know, any of you that get your first 5 sales, you'll get an iPad. The first 1 to 5 gets an iPad. That's the long and the short of it. An iPad 2 at no charge. I'll send it out to you. It'll be yours.
Okay, guys, here now you're gonna see the different pictures of different type of LEDs and for credit card swiping and barcode reading. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, we can. The back office?
No.
Okay, no. There, now we can see the Enabler Corp with the swipers.
Exactly. So here, as you can see, this is a swiper. This is a swiper for the iPod, iPhone, iPad. And as you can see here, this is a bigger picture that sits on the top of the iPod or iPhone, or also at the top of the iPad. As you can see, it will connect through the audio jack of the device. Okay? That is a card swiper. But if you want both things, barcode reader and card swiper, then this is you can use either one of these 2 different options. This is, as you can see, it has a barcode reader here and a card swiper here. And of course, inside that sled is the iPod Touch or iPhone. Or this is another device. As you can see, the iPhone slides in, and exactly like the one on top, also has a barcode reader and a credit card reader. As you can see here, there's a little bit of, there's a slot here. Maybe you can appreciate. There's the slot. Also, printers. You have this is the holster that you can wear on your neck or on your belt, and the device will slide in there. And also, this is a mobile printer, as you can see. It is a 4-inch printer, and here you see a smaller picture of somebody with a printer on the hip, and a paper just coming out on the.
You're also optimizing the other printer, the Bluetooth printer, aren't you? The other one that's smaller.
Yes, there's a smaller one coming out, a 2-inch printer, but it was approved by Apple, but the manufacturer right now is literally manufacturing them, and the last word that I had from them last week was that they were planning to give us that for beta during the first weeks of June. So what we foresee is that will be available at the end of June, the 2-inch printer. This one is a 4-inch printer, but there's another one which is a 2-inch printer. In fact, this is the printer that you saw on the, let me see if I can bring up the movie, on the movie before. Let's see here, where is it? Okay, here. If we go back a little bit here, okay, here it is. You see my screen? Here you see the printer, and you see the paper as it's coming out of the printer. That was the printer that I showed you. Okay? In this case, instead of wearing that on his belt, he's just putting that on a tabletop. Okay?
Right. I see that. Yep.
So if there's no any other question right now, do you have any other question there on your screen, Rick?
I don't see any questions right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and change presenters to myself, back to Mark, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up if that's okay. Let me
Sure.
see here. All right, good. Let me change presenters back to me.
Thank you, Joel.
You're welcome. Pleasure.